Hey, my name is Shay West, and you're watching Project Dialogue, where we talk about things that you should and should not give a flying fuck about. Here with me today,
Hi, I'm Axel.
I'm Jamila Mullen.
And I'm Anthony Antoine.
we're about to talk. Dun, 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 doo, cha, cha. So Stephen Smith, I don't know if you guys heard about him, but he made some comments on domestic violence, which led to him being suspended from his job. How did you guys feel about that?
I felt that his comments were in poor taste. I felt they were in poor taste, and I feel like, he should have gotten suspended. I don't think he necessarily meant how it came out, but...
I think he meant it.
You do?
I think he meant it. I think he's a hopelessly heterosexual man that loves sports and is just that macho mentality that women provoke men to hit them. And I think that's what he really would have said, all of that, but he couldn't say that on ESPN or, that would have been, yes. That would have been his job. Mm-hmm. So he came up with this intellectual way to try to say what he really felt in his heart. What he said at home to his boys was one thing.
Probably said that bitch deserved to get hit.
Exactly. But what did she do? What did she do to provoke it?
Well, we don't know what she did. All I know is the damn elevator.
Allegedly, she hit him.
Well, all I saw was the damn elevator was open and she was knocked out.
She was unconscious.
So, men are naturally stronger than women. That is a big guy. He knocked her out.
He was a football player, right?
Yeah. It's not justifiable. I mean, even if he had to restrain her or something like that, that's one thing. He knocked the lady out.
Well, Stephen Smith did say that under no circumstances should a man hit a woman. He did.
Did he say that in the original piece, or did he? And maybe he did say it, because I didn't see the whole original piece. But the danger is that we get the sound bite, and the sound bite does sound like he is making some sort of justification for what we saw. And what we saw is a man pulling an unconscious woman out of an elevator. And I don't believe that there's any provoking you can do that would make that right.
I mean, if she had died, I feel like then it would be a whole... What he said, I don't think he even would have said what he said. But I think he might have just used provoking in the wrong context.
That language is dangerous to me, first of all, because, I think about when a woman gets raped and people
Did the short skirt provoke it?
Right. And people start saying that. They all of a sudden, they start sending out these warnings. I used to work at a place that when those things would happen, it would be... Ladies, now be careful not to drink, be careful not to do this. And while I get that we women need to protect ourselves, it's still putting the fault back on us. And I always say if I'm buck naked and drunk, that doesn't mean that you have a right to have my body. Well, and I feel the same way about hitting.
Now, if I'm butt naked and drunk, you could...
I saw a clip on YouTube of The View.
That means that all's a go.
I saw a YouTube clip on Facebook, and I don't watch The View because I think it's actually a really frustrating experience. But this, blah, 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 no, it's just it's just nonsensical.
I don't know nothing.
A lot of those people aren't even cultured. Like, their opinion is just uninformed. But anyway, so. Whoopi Goldberg, who every time I see her on the show, I gotta say, I think she's the voice of reason, basically said, in a nutshell, that nobody should hit anybody. And that women shouldn't hit people, or men, for two reasons. One, because not every man is gonna have this idea of chivalry about him. So if you don't think that you can hit him and that he's not going to hit you back, because you don't know what he's capable of. So just in a measure of just being safe, don't hit him. And also, you just shouldn't hit people. She feels like if you can hit somebody, then
agree.
You can get hit back. And of course, all the women were like talking over her and
that's what they do.
And doing all of this and chicken necking. And this one woman, she brought up a good point actually. She said, "Well, you know what? That's sort of like blaming the victim, because I've worked in domestic violence cases where I've seen the women get beat up," and Whoopi was like, "It's not blaming the victim. It's if you
get hit.
Right, if you hit somebody, if you hit somebody, you're hitting them out of cowardice because you're thinking that you're not going to get hit back. So you're just gonna keep hitting them because you feel like you can physically harm this person and nothing's gonna happen to you, and that's not fair either. So I thought she brought up a good point. I didn't really thought of it.
I
like
love
that.
Whoopi's point because I think Whoopi's point cuts down to the basics. And for me, it's not about like making this about gender, male or female.
Right.
In general, don't hit anyone, period. If you don't want to get hit, just don't hit anyone. It's just not...
Or you can take it up a notch and say, if you don't want to get shot, don't shoot
Don't
nobody.
shoot anyone. I mean, it's like, it's just so basic foundation.
You know, and I do agree, but at the same time, in this case, we don't know what happened. Like, we're saying she hit him first. We don't know if he was like, bitch, I'm punch you in your face.
You're right.
You know, we
Keep
don't
in
know.
mind now, I'm
Yeah.
disconnecting the stories because these are two different stories. I don't think there's anything she could have done to provoke or that would warrant him dragging an unconscious woman out of the elevator. That is unacceptable, period. So I disconnect the stories because, again, I don't think I think what Smith said about provoking, I think that's unacceptable.
Well-
But then skip over here when we're talking about just in general, in life, I think is a good rule to walk around with. Just don't hit anyone. And if you do, again, you don't know the socialization of the person you're hitting. They may hit you back.
You might get hit
Right.
back.
I said don't hit. I'll even go as far as you better not even talk too much shit because you.
Right.
all that.
All that.
All up in your space.
None of that. None of
Because
that.
you know, just like I'm taking it back to the subject that I'm so tired of talking about, these damn housewives. When
Kenya.
Portia dragged Kenya, I'm sorry. Kenya took it. Kenya kept provoking.
See,
Not
but I have a different- no,
I used the word.
No, because-
no, Kenya was in that girl's
No,
personal
but the thing
space
is,
like
the thing
this.
is, Portia knows what the show is. Portia knows what's gonna happen when she gets on the show.
And
No.
you sound like
The
you're
trash-
contradicting
No,
yourself
no,
now.
no,
when
no,
you're
no,
doing
no,
that.
no.
'Cause what I'm hearing is that if I wave up in here, then that may provoke you to hit me. And
You're in somebody's personal
again.
space.
So
Yes.
if Portia was a man,
I'm sorry, you guys. It's different. It's different.
It's different because it's a reality show and it's
Thank
about.
you.
if independent women, no.
No, I'm not even talking about the whole independent. Y'all always go there with the whole independent thing. No, what I mean is men are physically stronger than women. No, I don't think a woman should be up in a man's face like this. However, but what I'm saying is if you don't want to get hit,
Well,
stay out of people's personal space.
what's the
Stay out of
sportsman's
people's
name?
personal
Rice,
space.
that was in the
That's all
elevator.
I'm saying.
So that almost sounds like you're saying there is something that she could have done to provoke him to hit her.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, you know what? Going back to that. Conversely, we
I
don't
said
know.
men and women are different. I'm talking about two.
But why should men and women be
Why are
different?
men and women
Why are
different?
men and women
They
different?
want to go to the army.
That's, you know what? That
Women wanna
sounds
go
like
to the
that sounds
army.
like a pass that women can get. Like
Yeah.
now, I get to get up in a man's face because
No,
a man
I
shouldn't
just
hit me.
said.
There are some
I
strong
just
women.
said.
There are some strong women out there now.
No, I just said that women should not get up in men's face.
Right, but I think,
However,
I think
just said
intellectually
that.
we may say that, but then when we have these circumstances of like this, the reality show. So you're saying, and what's her name? Who
Portia
got
and Kendra.
right? Portia got up in Kenya's face. She kind of
Kenya
Kenya
got
got in
in
Portia's
Kenya got in Portia's face, and then
and
Portia
slapped
slapped back.
Yeah, and
it
grabbed-
almost sounds like you're saying Kenya provoked it.
dragged her.
Kenya provoked it. Yeah, she did. Okay.
Man, I
said shit.
And I don't think that Portia should have hit her because I think that's just what they were there for. That was what they.
No.
Nobody should provoke anybody, and nobody should.